Hello, 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 and welcome back to another episode of Astrology After Dark. My name is Kay Catrice, the Natal Chart Navigator, and I help open minded, ambitious, high achieving women to make more money by aligning with their energetic signature. And so, in tonight's episode, I am going to be talking about what is the easiest way for you to find what your purpose is in this lifetime. That's one thing that people are always searching for. If you go on Google, one of the things that you're going to see is how one of the highest search things is, what is my purpose? How do I find my purpose? How do I know what I came in this lifetime here to do? And so, that's what I'm going to be talking about tonight on this episode of Astrology After Dark. And so, before I jump into it, if you are watching this on, oh, what is that? Oh my gosh. If you are watching this on YouTube, um, go ahead and you can give this live broadcast, a thumbs up. Also, you definitely want to subscribe if you have not done so already. Then click the bell so that you get notifications every time I go live or upload a new video to the channel. And then if you are watching this on Facebook, you can go ahead and you can share this out so that others may find value as well if you are finding value in the broadcast. All right. So give me a moment. I have notes because you know, if you've been following me for any amount of time, then you know that I will definitely go off on a tangent and just be talking. And so I want to stay on task tonight. Definitely want to stay on task tonight. All right. So we're talking about the North Node. Okay. And so in astrology, your North Node, it is a point in your birth chart that reflects the moon's nodes and represents where you will learn life lessons. Okay. And so this is everything on your birth chart. It is it is where all of these points and planets were located at the time, place, and date of your birth. Okay, so even though you hear me talk about Venus in Libra right now, Venus is getting ready to go move into Libra soon. It's currently in Virgo, and then or you might hear me talk about Mercury retrograde, the one that's the transit everybody talks about. Um, Currently Mercury is in Virgo. It just retrograded back into Virgo. Um, Even though the planets they're currently moving, your particular where your stuff was when you were born, that never changes. And so those are the points that you really want to look at. Yes, the transits do affect you. They do affect you, but you to really know how to really navigate your life, you want to look at where everything was when you were born. Okay, and so um, the North Node is not a actual physical celestial body. Okay, it's just points. Okay, and even though it's not a physical body, it is extremely, extremely important. Okay, and it's the North and the South Node. Okay, so the difference between the two, the North Node and the South Node, they're not separate. They actually work in conjunction. Okay. And so the North Node represents what you are growing into. Okay. Um, and so the zodiac sign, the house, and the aspects to the North Node will show the kind of experiences that you will be placed in through your life in order to grow spiritually. Okay. This is all about your spiritual growth and what you need to tap into um, to to grow and expand within this lifetime. Okay. Um, the nodes are you might if you are into astrology, if you've been into it, you might have heard it also referred to as the nodes of destiny. Um, because they work together, okay? And they are two symbolic halves of our karmic imbalance. North node represents what we're growing into, south node represents what we're growing from, okay? And so this is the type of energy that is not something you're born with, but you have to grow into as you age. And so when it comes to your north node, you typically start, you know, thinking about your destiny and just um, probably around, it could be your Saturn return. Because when you have your Saturn return, you know, that's when you kind of like start to mature and like, okay, I want to be grown now. I want to be an adult now. um, but it could be a little while after. After, normally after your Saturn return is when you really start thinking about, okay, what is it that I want to do with my life? What is it? What legacy do I want to leave? You know, um, why am I here? Why was I born? Okay. Um, Now your south node represents the type of person, that you're the kind of person that you're leaving behind. Okay. And so this energy of the south node represents where we naturally excel. Okay. They are the natural talents that we will use to step into our north node destiny. Okay. The energy of the south node can show in areas where we fall back too often or can overindulge. Okay. Now, growth does take risk and discomfort. And so it is very, very crucial that you don't rest on the skills of your south node at the expense of developing your north node. Okay. Now, if you are a little more advanced in astrology. And so if you say you pull your chart, you know how to pull your chart, and you might see where it says true node. True node and north node it represents the exact same thing. Okay. Um, it's, and you also might see mean node as well. Those are just like calculations, like um, you know, the calculations of them might be a little, different, but it all means the same thing. Okay. And so when you're looking at your north node, when you're looking on your birth chart and you're looking at your north node, it looks like a upside down horseshoe with circles on the end of it. Okay. And so when you're looking when you're looking at your north node and you're analyzing and you're trying to figure out, okay, how do I use this to tap into, what do I need to grow into? Okay. I'm going to go through just some keywords or some key things that depending on the sign of where your north node is. Okay. um, that you may need to be working into or working towards. Okay. um, and so now, oh, and another thing, so if say your north node is say in the sign of Aries, okay, then that means your south node is in the sign of Libra. Okay. So for Aries North Node, your lessons and rewards are going to be around things related to leadership, to learning balance, stepping out as a leader and a star, prioritizing your own goals, cultivating your courage, trusting your gut, and embracing your desires. Because in the past, okay, you were all about the other. You were all about partnership. You were not a leader. You did not prioritize your own goals. You did not trust your gut. You was always asking, your partner or asking someone else what you should do. And you weren't embracing your desires. You were always helping others to cultivate their desires. Okay. And so in this lifetime, it's all about you. You need to focus on you, and not saying that you just completely, become selfish and you abandon, you know, helping other people, but it's just you need to make you a priority in your life. Okay. And now, if you have a Taurus North Node, okay, your lessons and rewards are around things of discovering your personal value, establishing boundaries, mutual empowerment through relationships, and developing your personal strength. Okay. So your South Node would be in Scorpio. Okay. And so Scorpio energy is more so about um, Scorpio is all about developing deep bonds with others. Okay. Um, and it's also a very spiritual energy. And so, in the past, you may have been more of a spiritual person and not really focused on money or focused on um, you may have been obsessive over relationships or things of that nature. And so now it's like, okay, you need to leave that and um, focus on mutual empowerment and not being obsessive with owning. Okay. And then, so for Gemini North Nodes, your lessons and rewards are around themes of finding your own voice, learning to express and communicate your needs, speaking up for what you value, and embracing your unique perspective. Okay. If you are um, a Gemini North Node, then that means your South Node is in Sagittarius. And so you may have been somebody who you would do a lot of research, and you lived in your head a lot. However, you did not actually put into practice what you learned. Okay. You kind of just, you, you were very good at theory, but you did not carry and put it into physical practice. Okay. Um, so for Cancer North Nodes, your lessons and rewards are around themes of learning to fully embrace your emotions, letting go of the need to control, allowing yourself to be taken care of by others, and embracing the balance between work and play. Um, this is my personal North Node, and this is something that I have definitely. It has not been the easiest for me because I am a Capricorn South Node. And if you know anything about Capricorn energy is very achievement driven. Capricorn energy does not want to be taken care of. Capricorn energy is the one that takes care of. Capricorn energy also likes to control everything in its environment. And the Capricorn energy play is not something that Capricorn energy is about. It's all about work and achievement and the status. It's ruled by Saturn. It's very a disciplined energy. And so, I find myself sometimes really reverting back into my South Node. And again, you don't ever want to fully abandon your South Node energy, because obviously in this 3D, you got to work, right? You have to work, you got to make money, um, so that you can live. Because I mean, you need money to live in the 3D physical experience. However, for me, learning to let go of the need of controlling everything has not been the easiest thing. And so if you are a Cancer North Node, that means you have Capricorn South Node. I feel you. I'm here with you. I understand it's not the easiest, but it grows you, because the whole purpose of your North Node is to grow you and spiritually, so that you can have a more fulfilling life. Okay. And so that you can actually tap into what it is that you're supposed to be doing within this lifetime. Okay. And so then for Leo North Node, if your North Node is in Leo, okay, then your lessons and rewards are going to be around things of sharing the spotlight with others, cultivating creativity and curiosity in your relationships, balancing your ego with humility, and releasing your people pleasing ways. And for you, that means that your South Node would be in the sign of Aquarius. Okay. For Virgo North Nodes, your lessons and rewards are going to be around themes of establishing healthy and mindful routines for personal and spiritual growth, becoming the master of your personal craft, letting go of the inner critic in your head, and cultivating clarity in your work life, and relationships. Now, I'm not a Virgo North Node, but I am a Virgo Sun, Virgo Venus, and the letting go of the inner critic in your head. I so feel you. That is definitely Virgo energy is a very perfectionistic energy, and even though logically Virgos know that perfection is not, there is no such thing as perfection, uh, because we can just see, um, we have this knack on actually knowing how to just make things better, and so we're constant to always make things better, even though we know it's never going to be perfect. It's just innate in us to always try to make things, perfect. And then, so for Libra North Nodes, okay, for you, your lessons and rewards are around themes of finding harmony, balance, and adjustment in personal relationships, separating your identity from the opinion of others, learning to hold strong opinions, and balancing the pleasures of life. And so for you, your South Node would be in the sign of Aries, okay? Um, Scorpio North Nodes. So lessons and rewards for you are going to be around themes of balance between the spiritual and the material worlds, letting go of obsessive qualities or relationships, learning to find peace in the chaos, and tapping into your darker desires. And that means that your South Node would be in the sign of Taurus. And so for Sagittarius North Nodes, your lessons and rewards are going to be around themes of exploring the unknown, pushing your personal and spiritual boundaries, releasing the need to always be right, and learning how to be more present in the moment. Sagittarius energy is very philosophical, and is always, thinking about different themes and theories and stuff. And so, can get lost in your head. Okay. And so learning how to be more grounded and present in the moment is going to be definitely something for Sagittarius North Nodes, which means that your South Node would be in the sign of Gemini. And then for Capricorn North Nodes, your lessons and rewards are going to be around themes of embracing softer side of your personality, letting go of the need to self-sacrifice in relationships, connecting more with your inner child, and developing mature self discipline without sacrificing joy. Okay. Your South Node would be in Cancer, the sign of Cancer. And then Aquarius North Nodes. For you, your lessons and rewards are going to be around things of balancing between craving the spotlight and your inner humanitarianism, learning to accept alternative points of views from others, embracing your weirdness, and marching to the beat of your own drum. And so your South Node will be in the sign of Leo. And then last but not least, we have, and so I didn't say this, but for Virgo North Nodes, that means your South Node is in the sign of Pisces. And so for Pisces North Nodes, your lessons and rewards are going to be around things of balancing chaos and order, learning to ground your emotions in values instead of people, indulging in a slower moving life, and working more deliberately towards manifesting your dream life. And so for you, your South Node would be in the sign of Virgo. Okay. And so now, just a few things. When you pull your birth chart, okay, you may see that your north node it has a little R by your north node placement, okay? And so what does that mean? First of all, the R means that it's retrograde, okay? But when it comes to the north node, um, it doesn't really mean anything for it to be in retrograde, okay? Um, Pretty much they're going to be in retrograde. It just depends on the calculation system that is used to calculate the north node. Okay. And so again, looking when you're looking in the chart, you're going to How do you find the north and south nodes? They look like little horseshoes with circles on the ends. They will face different directions on opposite sides of your chart. So if you have your north node in Cancer in the 12th house, then your south node will be in Capricorn in the 6th house. Okay, because it's always on the same axis. Okay, all right. And so now, how do you tie in your north node to find your life purpose? Okay. So when you are looking at you're looking at your north node, you have to look at the house placement that it is in. Okay. And I'm not going to go through the houses tonight. I'm not going to go through the different houses. But if you have it in your like if your north node is in your first house, and say your first house is Aries, that means your south node is in the 7th house and it's in the sign of Libra. And so for you, you need to be focused on you and your personal values, and your things that are going to make your life, for you to fulfill what it is that you come here to fulfill your desires. Okay. And now you also need to look at your life path number. Okay. So your life path number is basically uh, what it is that it helps to coincide with what it is that you came here to do. So, like if you're a life path 7, okay, life path 7 is the seeker. Life path 7s come here and they gather all knowledge, knowledge, higher education knowledge, like, learning all about like the law of attraction and the quantum field and all the deep higher philosophical things. Or they could be like in religion as well. They could be like a minister or pastor or what have you, evangelist or whatever. Okay, and so they come here to to really disseminate, to take in that information, and then they go out and they teach. Okay, life path 7s are teachers. Okay, and so you look at your north node, look at the house. You look at sign. Well, first you look at the sign, then you look at, and then you go and you look at your life path. Okay. And when you put all of those together, that's how you can figure out, okay, what is it that I came here to do? Okay. Why did I incarnate here? And what is it that I came here to do? And then when you find that out, then you go out and you start looking, you start doing it. Okay. And what I've found is that once you really start tapping into, okay, once you start asking the question, what is it that I came here to do? The answers just kind of float to you. At least that's how it happened to me. The answers just kind of floated to me, and I just kind of figured out, okay, I love to research. I love to learn about higher education type things like astrology. I love astrology. I love learning about numerology and all of those types of things. Learning about metaphysics and things of that nature. I love stuff like that. Okay, I'm a life path 7. So again, I'm doing my what I came here to do. Um, but not all the time. You have to know that your life path may not be your job. Okay. So you have a job that you're here to do, but your life path may not coincide with the job that you do. Okay. So you may like prime example is like ministers or preachers. Okay. Their life path might say that that's what they do. That's what they're supposed to do. However, they might, be an engineer. Their 9 to 5 might be an engineer. That's how they make their money. But their life path is to be a minister and to minister their congregation. Okay. So all the time, your life path does not correlate to, oh, this is the job that I'm to do to make money. Now, sometimes it does. It really just depends. Everybody is different and everybody is unique. But it doesn't always correlate to my life path is what I'm supposed to be doing in order to make money. Okay. So I hope you found value in tonight's broadcast. And if you did, please share it out if you are on Facebook so that others can find value as well. Also, if you are watching this on YouTube, go ahead and like, and then give it, and then subscribe and hit the bell so that you get notifications anytime I go live or upload a new video to the channel. And so coming up on Thursday, September 29th, I am going to be hosting a free masterclass on, how learning how you can use this science of astrology to align yourself with the best career, job, or business industry for you. Okay. So I have, I did this back on the 9th, and so I'm going to run it back again. For those of you who did not get a chance to attend, I'm going to be doing it again. It's going to be on Zoom at 7 p.m. The link to register is in the comments of the live, so you can register there. Also, it's gonna be listed tonight on Eventbrite, so you can go on Eventbrite to register as well. And it's going to be really, really informative, showing you how you can use your natal chart to align to the best career, job, or business industry for you. Basically, this information is going to be life changing. And so, if you are, just had the full moon, the new moon in Libra, and so if you are, feeling like I want to make a change, I no longer want to keep going down this path that I've been going, then you definitely don't want to miss this masterclass that I have coming up on the 29th. All right. And so I hope you guys have a great rest of your Monday evening. Take care, stay safe, and remember that possibilities are endless. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand, and that should definitely make you smile because you create your own reality. Have a good one.